Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin called Arweave. Haven't looked at it until today. I've heard about it, just haven't looked at it from a technical point of view. So I've checked it out a little bit. Arweave is trading at $10.37, has a little baby pump of 1.3%. Okay. They have a minor amount of small followers on there, 67,000 followers on Twitter. I'm not going to go into the fundamentals or anything about that, except that it's store data permanently, which is good. This is a good area to be in if they're trying to resolve that on the blockchain. That's like big with Google too. I don't know if you guys know, but Google stores their Google searches indefinitely. So anything you typed in a Google search, it's stored. Just an FYI. At least that came from the guy that was not running. I can't remember who I heard that from. I have to check that out. But let's go over the technicals on Arweave. Arweave is an interesting asset. So you take a look at it and you see this move that it did, this five-wave move, but you have the highest peak on the RSI. Now, one of the things with coins that they don't do this traditional actual five-wave impulse reaching Fibonacci levels, and they go more in like a channel or a diagonal type move. I've seen in cryptocurrencies where the highest RSI peak is in the fifth wave, just an FYI. So just to let you guys know, that's usually a way, at least in the cryptocurrency market, you can find these types of moves like that. So it's done pretty good. Now, where's it going to go to? We will take a look. So it's going to be in this type of move here. A 1 coming down to correct it, and then up 3, 4. Okay, and I have, you can get some general areas on some targets on a coin like this once it completes its correction. Let's say it's like $3, $4 or something like that. I take it off log, get something conservative. And if the cryptocurrency markets go bullish, over $100 for a coin like this, possibly. So that's a potential. Okay. As far as the correction and looking at the RSI, you want to go through all of it and check it. You still see the RSI peak is right there, telling me it's more like a diagonal move. But you check on the weekly, paints a little bit different picture for you right there. You can see third wave and up. So an impulsive move with divergence. That's what it's telling you. Just not traditional move. And also, too, you want to check it on the fib retracement. See if it's retraced deep enough. And it hasn't hit that 50% mark area. That's really what you want to see off in logarithmic, in my opinion. You can take it off log, people check that, and you're going to have, well below 90%. Like I said, when you're checking it off log, you want to be careful of some of these cryptocurrencies. They're going to go well beyond those numbers easily, in my opinion. So I think it has more downside. Now I'm going to go over the correction. It's really interesting what it's doing in here, in my opinion. And I'll give you the bearish count, because once it's complete here, guys, it can complete this correction down to about $4. It could do a bounce and then correct again. You have to realize in a bearish cycle where it could just do a bounce and correct back down. So it'd be like an ABC up for that three-way move here, up for a bounce and an X and then back down. And that would be a long drawn out process for Arweave. Just to give you an idea, this would be ABC, and the whole process for it if it doesn't go bullish, it's going to be an X-wave bounce, and it's going to have to do a whole nother three-wave sequence over here. So what I'm saying is that if this, all goes bearish and it's not going to go bullish, it's going to be a long while before it really goes bullish again in that scenario. If it does complete it here and starts consolidating, then it can go off. As long as Bitcoin and Ethereum and the cryptocurrency markets, and you get other bullish signals from those markets. Either way, it's coming up to complete this sequence, which will be this correction. And then if you take a look in here, this is a diagonal type move. Okay, this 1 is longer than a 3, the 3 is longer than a 5, and it did three-wave moves within there. Three-wave moves, three-wave moves. So it's a leading, contracting diagonal up to a B wave, and now it's doing that. Now this diagonal is within the fifth wave, so it's okay. You can have a diagonal in the subwaves of the other waves. You just can't have a diagonal here and a diagonal there. All right. That's if anybody wants to ask you about that. Now, there's going to be some questions on this move. If you take a look at the daily, you have that peak there. You see that? That's telling me that's a second wave. And then you have the lowest peak here telling me that's a third wave. Okay. If you take the length of that wave, it's 43%. You take the length of the third wave, it went 62%. So this wave is longer with that wick. And the other area you're going to find some issue with is the height of this fourth wave. Okay. So if you retrace the third wave and you see that fourth wave, it went way up past the 618. And there's those in Elliott Wave will say that's not legal. In this situation, if you see this second wave, it's very shallow and not that deep. Typically, the second waves are deep like that. So you have alternation between these two. This fourth wave just happened to go very, very deep. Okay. So, and it's looking like it's doing an extended fifth wave. So the third wave was still longer. This was shorter, and this is longer, and this is going to be even longer in my opinion. So I think it's in some sort of ending contracting diagonal, and the count to end it off would be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Okay. So now we're in this area, this fifth wave area. I'm going to go out to the 12-hour chart, give you guys a little bit more detail to show you. Here's the end of the fourth wave. Now this is a fifth wave. You can see 1 and then up for 2. Whether 2's here or here, that's open for debate. You could say the 2's there and then it corrected down for a 3. I'm just putting it there for right now. It just looks cleaner to me. And then up for this 4, and then probably a swing back down for the C wave. The target I came up with is not Fibonacci. I just put a trend line to give you a general area where a target could go. So Arweave could go from, say, $10 and whiz back down to the $4 or $5 area. And more than likely, since it's an ending diagonal, it's going to be a 3-wave move rather than your traditional 5-wave move. So, and then this here would complete the correction. So Arweave potentially has another 52% drop, potentially. I know there's some are probably going to say that this correction's over. If you go in and we take a look at that wave right now and just check the RSI on the 4-hour, you know, I'm not getting any signals. You got a little wave. It's more of an ABC. You can see whizzed up on that, and then it just has a lazy area, typical of an ABC wave, in my opinion. That's what I would suspect that it's doing, going up, and it's slowing up right there, the momentum, because it's probably going to the top of that fourth wave and then come back down on that. So this might be telling us something about the cryptocurrency market, that there is a significant other drop, because there's a lot of other cryptocurrencies that need to complete a sequence, in my opinion. And that's another 50% drop for Arweave. Okay, guys. So to take the overall big picture, is the wave sequence for that correction will be A, B, C. Okay. And then it's, if I do a Fibonacci check on that, you know, close to a 1.618, which is acceptable for a zigzag like that, because this was a diagonal and it's whizzing back down a little bit further. Now, the good news, if this ends up being a diagonal, the good news is that the diagonals can only be at the end like that. So that means it is most likely completing its correction right here. So once this is complete, it's going to be the moment of truth. Is it going to go bullish, or is it just going to bounce correctively and then swing back down? That's going to be the deal with Arweave. And if you take a fib retracement on something like that right now, and I check it, and then, you know, more area into the golden pocket. So that would be, in my opinion, acceptable. It looks like a nice second wave correction. And then if perhaps Bitcoin and Ethereum go bullish and the crypto markets go bullish, then it could start wandering its way up, probably near the $100 mark, for very, you know, significant gains of, say, 3,700% for Arweave. Now, if you really, really like this coin and you want to get involved into it, not financial advice, it's just my recommendation, is that you want to see a nice move off the bottom. As I mentioned in other videos, that would be your wave 1, 2, and you pick it up on that wave 2. It's a much safer bet. I don't know too much about the coin right now except the technicals, and that would be your area. And this trend line that I have would be your stop loss, because if it breaches that, then that would make it a bearish count. You have to remove that. This would turn into what you would call an X wave. W and then X, and it's swinging back down for a Y. All right, guys? Just a little bit of an FYI to protect yourself right there on the bullish side. And honestly, right now, it's probably in a really good area to, if you're interested, it's probably in a really good area for a short. Check out the RSI here on the 2 hour. You know, it's up there really high, creating a lot of bullish divergence. Just an FYI, I'm not going to do it. I don't even know if you can short this asset. I'd have to check. If you made it all the way to the end of my video, do appreciate you. Smash the like, smash the subscribe button. Peace.